first this morning. It's going to get very warm this week as temperatures are set to hit over 30 Celsius, and weather experts have predicted that by the weekend, some places could easily beat the highest temperature recorded so far this year. As the weather gets warmer and lots of plants are in bloom, people with hay fever might be finding it especially difficult.
I used to spend £11 a month on hay fever tablets. Every single April, same routine. Walk into Boots with my eyes streaming and my nose running like a tap. Grab the purple box of Piriteze off the shelf. Tap my card without thinking. Walk out feeling like a responsible adult who takes care of his health. Then one day, my mate Dave, who is cheap in the best possible way, looked at my box and said, "Why are you paying 11 quid for those?" I said, "Because they work." He said, "Flip the box over and read the back." I did. It said Cetirizine hydrochloride, 10 milligrams. He pulled out his own box, 89 pence from B&M. Same words, Cetirizine hydrochloride, 10 milligrams, same dose, same pill, different box, different price. £11 versus 89 pence. That is not a price difference. That is a scam in a purple box. In this case, file, I am going to show you three things. First, the exact price gap between branded and generic hay fever tablets at every major UK pharmacy, and it is bigger than you think. Second, the one code on the back of the box that legally proves, that two products are the same pill from the same factory. And third, how to get 6 months of hay fever tablets for less than the price of one coffee. This is Economical Case Files, number 11, the allergy tax. Let me be clear about something before we start. I am not a doctor. I am not giving medical advice. If you have allergies, speak to your pharmacist or your GP. What I am doing is showing you the price of the same medicine in different boxes, because the NHS says it plainly. Antihistamines like Cetirizine and Loratadine are effective treatments for hay fever, and they come in branded and generic forms that work the same way. The difference is the price. And the difference is ridiculous. Here are the numbers. Piriteze Allergy, the big purple box, costs £11 for 30 tablets at Sainsbury's. That is 37 pence per tablet. The active ingredient is Cetirizine hydrochloride, 10 milligrams. Now, Bell's Allergy Relief, same active ingredient, Cetirizine hydrochloride, 10 milligrams, same dose, 89 pence for 30 tablets at B&M, 3 pence per tablet. That is a saving of £10 and 11 pence per month, just by picking a different box off the shelf. It gets even worse with Loratadine. Clarityn Allergy costs £11.39 at Boots for 30 tablets, 38 pence per tablet. Galpharm 1-a-day allergy relief, same ingredient, Loratadine 10 milligrams, cost £1 for 30 tablets at Savers, 3 pence per tablet. That is a monthly saving of £10.39. You are paying over 1,200% more for a brand name. The pills inside are doing the same thing, blocking histamine, stopping your nose from running, letting you breathe. One just does it in a fancier box. Now here is the part that made my jaw drop. Some branded and generic medicines do not just share the same ingredient, they share the same PL number. The PL number, or product license number, is printed on every medicine box in the UK. It is the unique code assigned by the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency to a specific product made by a specific company. If two boxes have the same PL number, they are not just similar, they are legally the same product, made in the same factory, by the same machines, with the same ingredients, in the same doses, poured into different boxes with different prices. Look for the PL number next time you are in Boots. Flip the branded box, flip the generic. If the numbers match, you are looking at the same pill. I did this in my local Boots last Tuesday. I stood in the hay fever aisle like a weirdo, flipping boxes and comparing numbers. A staff member asked if I needed help. I said no, I am just checking whether your expensive pills are the same as your cheap pills. She did not seem impressed. But the numbers do not lie. But it gets sneakier, because the brands are also playing the packet size game. This is pharmacy skimflation. Piriteze is available in packs of 7, 14 and 30. The 7-pack costs about £4.16. That is 59 pence per tablet. The 14 pack costs about £6.66. That is 48 pence per tablet. The 30 pack costs £9.16. That is 31 pence per tablet. The smaller the pack, the higher the per tablet price. And guess which packs get the prime shelf space at eye level in Boots and Superdrug? The 7 and the 14, the ones that cost you the most per pill. The 30 pack is often on the bottom shelf or behind the counter, out of sight, out of reach. This is retail psychology meets pharmacy pricing. And it means that if you grab the small pack in a rush, which, let us be honest, is what most of us do when our eyes are streaming and we just want to breathe, you are paying nearly 60 pence for a tablet that costs 3 pence in the generic version. That is not a markup. That is the allergy tax. And here is the thing about hay fever. It is not rare. It is not niche. The NHS says hay fever affects nearly 10 million people in England alone. 1 in 4 adults, 1 in 10 children. And Allergy UK says the number of sufferers is rising every year. This is one of the most common health conditions in Britain. And the pricing structure around it is designed to take money from people who are sneezing, streaming, and desperate enough to grab whatever is closest. Here is my question for you. Have you been paying the brand tax on your hay fever tablets? And did you know about the PL number trick? Drop your answer below. In fairness, branded companies invest in research, marketing, and quality assurance. Haleon, which makes Piriteze, says they work hard to provide the highest quality products at the lowest price. And branded packaging can be easier to recognize, especially if you are in a rush. But all medicines sold in the UK, whether branded or generic, are regulated by the MHRA to the same safety and quality standards. The pill is the pill. The only question is what you pay for it. So here is your action plan. Strategy 1. Ask your pharmacist. Walk up to the counter and say, what is the cheapest Cetirizine you have? They will hand you a box that costs a fraction of the branded version. Pharmacists know the prices. They know the generics. They will help. Strategy 2. Buy online in bulk. Pharmacy First sells 180 Cetirizine tablets for £6.99 with free postage. That is 4 pence per tablet. That is 6 months of daily hay fever relief for less than the price of a flat white. Strategy 3. Check the PL number. If the generic and the branded share the same PL number, they are the same pill. You do not need to trust me. You do not need to trust the box. The PL number is the legal proof. Strategy 4. Go to discount stores first. B&M, Savers, Pound Stretcher, and Aldi all stock generic antihistamines at a fraction of the pharmacy price. The same medicine, the same dose, a different aisle. Hay fever season peaks between late March and July. The Met Office publishes a daily pollen forecast. And your nose already knows when it is bad, but your wallet does not need to suffer as well. In the next case file, I am investigating supermarket Easter egg shrinkflation. Same brand, less chocolate, higher price. Subscribe so you do not miss it. So here is where we are. Piriteze costs £11. The generic costs 89 pence. Same ingredient, same dose. In some cases, same PL number, same factory, same pill. The only difference is the box, the color, and the price. The allergy tax is real. It is hiding in plain sight in every pharmacy in Britain. But now you know. And knowing saves you over £120 a year. That is money that should be in your pocket, not in a purple box. This case file stays open. I am Jude, and this is Economical Case Files.